Hello viewers, you are watching your channel. Today we are going to do a topic of writing skill, that is letter writing. In this video we will understand about editorial letters, that is letters which those are written to the editor of a newspaper. Before leaping to the format of an editorial letter, we will just have an overview of letter writing. What is a letter writing? Letters are the oldest and effective mode of communication. It is a written piece of communication. Writing letters is an art and is mastered through practice. Letters develop social discourse, strengthen business relations, and win over the officers and employers. It is the heart of written communication. It is a process of expressing, informing, or persuading through text. Now, writing a letter is being able to sit down and process your thoughts before actually putting pen to paper. It should feel the communication between two parties. When we write letter, when the second person is not present at that particular moment, he is far away. So to just convey your message, you are writing a letter. So it should feel the communication gap between the two parties. Why do we write letters? There are many reasons of writing letters. Suppose to invite someone, apologize, congratulate, order, inquire, complain, commiserate. Now what do you mean by commiserate? Means to feel pity or to sympathize with anyone. Suppose someone is in a situation, so and you are just trying to console. So we commiserate through letters also. To explain something, to apply for any post, to order something, to acknowledge, to thanks, and sometimes we write for any personal issues, personal reasons also. So based on each letter that have different objectives, each letter has its different objectives of writing depending on its type. So first let us understand the different types of letter. So letters can be broadly divided into formal and informal. We have semi-formal letters also, but letters are broadly divided into two categories, informal and formal. What are informal letters? Informal letters are those social letters, friendly letters you are writing to your friend, relatives, and some known person. Okay, those persons are very close to you. Notes of invitation. So these three comes under the category of informal letters. Now formal. So formal letters means business letters, letters to government officers, letters to newspaper editors, and letters of application. So letter writing is basically divided into two broad categories, informal and formal. Now let us understand the features of a formal letter. Now when we talk of a features, every letter serves different purpose. So therefore their features will also be different. We cannot use the same feature for both the letters, informal and formal. So there is some kind of difference. So let us know about the features of a formal letter. First one, brief, clear and to the point. When writing a formal letter, make a direct start. No need to say how are you, I hope everything is fine. No, because you are writing it in a formal way. So you have to start directly. Now introducing the purpose of your letter. When you will start, to what you will write about your intro, who you are and your purpose of writing, why you are writing that letter. Positive and polite language. Even in the letters of complaint, if we are complaining about some defective product or something, so you cannot give a threat. Okay, you cannot threat the second person. So even for complaint letters, your language must be polite. Okay, simply state your problem along with other relevant information and avoid threats or being offensive. Don't get into that angry mood or pour out your angerness on paper or letter. Okay, so you have to be very polite in your language. Whatever is the situation, you have to be very polite. Now, next is politeness but no servility. I am asking you to be polite, but you will not become use servility. What do you mean by servility? It means that you are trying to please someone. Okay, to please someone, to being polite is a different kind of thing, but servility means you are just pouring out that thank you in anticipation, and a few other terms you can use, just like begging the favor of or esteemed order. So these are servility. Second person will understand that you are just trying to impress. Okay, so no need to use this type of phrases, so that the reader of the letter understand that you are just praising unnecessarily. Politeness and servility has only this thin line. So you have to take note of that. You have to be polite in your words. Your your language must be in polite form, but not servility. Don't try to praise or impress that person, okay, unnecessarily. Next is precise factual statement. Avoid any unnecessary details. To make formal letters are actually written in a very short. Okay, you need not to exaggerate on unnecessary things. Okay, you should not write unnecessary things. To the point, clear cut, simple. So avoid any unnecessary details. Be focused on the purpose of your letter, and furnish with some information. Okay, like when you are writing anything, so you must give some evidence or factual statements. You cannot say everything in the air. You cannot just simply write that this is the problem, that is the problem. You have to give some evidence as well. Next is simple language and short sentences. What does this mean? Now, your expression should be very clear. Use short, uncomplicated structures. That is required so that the receiver of the letter does not get distracted. Okay, so you should use simple language. You are not writing the letter to show your vocabulary power. So make the language very short. Okay, make the language very simple, and sentences should be short. No need. One idea in one sentence or two ideas in one sentence is more than enough. Don't use and continuously and write down everything together. That is wrong way. So you should use simple language and short sentence. So these are few features of a formal letter that we have to keep in mind. Sometime in the examination, you are given a word limit, and within that word limit, you have to write it down on particular given topic. Okay. So now let us understand the format of an editorial letter. Now, when I am saying the format of an editorial letter, what does it mean? Format means the way in which something is arranged or set out. It is a way in which you have to write a letter. There is particular format of writing formal letters and informal letters both. So you have to follow that particular format. Every letter has its own particular form. Okay, you have to be very clear that letters or whatever topics we deal in writing skill, that is not for decoration. So don't use means different ink color pens. Suppose you are writing with blue, great, complete the whole thing with blue only. No need to change the ink in middle of a letter. If you have started with blue pen, continue and end with that only. Okay, so now let us understand the format. So in first two lines, see, in this first two lines, sender's address is required. Okay, this is the address of the sender of the letter, so that the recipient can easily find out where to send a reply. If suppose you are writing letter for some different purpose, and the particular second person has to return the letter, so he or she can easily return on this sender's address. After that, you have to leave one line. Now when I say leave one line, that means one line. And children, just try to write this sender's address in these 2 lines. Okay, 2 to 3 lines is maximum. Okay, after that you have to leave a line. Then date. Always write date in an extended form, like month, day, year. Okay, so in extended form only we have to write the date. After writing date, you have to leave one line. Now it is generally seen that most of you write sender address, then dash, then your address, or date, then dash, then the date. So that is wrong format. Okay. After that you have to leave one line. Then receiver's address, to whom you are writing. Here we are talking about editorial letter, so you must be writing letter to the editor of a newspaper. So what should it contain? Earlier we used to write to the editor, but don't write to. Okay, the editor, you have written the designation. After that you have to write which editor or editor of which newspaper. Suppose Prabhat Khabar or Hindustan Times you have written. After that address need to be written. Okay, full address, otherwise how the letter will go to that person. Okay, although you will write on the envelope, but then inside also you have to write. Okay, now do not use any punctuation mark in the address. Suppose you have written the editor, Times of India, New Delhi. No need to give any comma or full stop there. Okay, after receiver's address, again you have to leave one line. Then subject, you have to write subject subject colon, and then means write the subject in a very precise form. The purpose of writing the letter, it makes it easier for the receiver to find out what the letter is all about. Okay, then you have to again leave a line. Then salutation. In salutation you can write dear sir, okay, or sir or madam, this is also okay. After that again you will leave a line. Now your body of the letter will have 3 paragraphs. See, first paragraph, second paragraph, and third paragraph. So it is divided into short clear paragraphs, basically three paragraphs. The first paragraph should state the purpose of the letter. You can see here you have to introduce yourself and the purpose of writing the letter. In first paragraph only you will write this one. Okay, in the next paragraph no need to change, leave a line. Okay, but for changing you have to write from another line, but you will not leave any line. Second paragraph, details of the topic. In the second paragraph, tell what specifically happened, or you may comment on the main issues or state your observation, whatever you have seen, why you are writing. You must support your letter with some facts. Okay, details of the topic. Now when I am saying details, it does not mean that you will go on writing a one-page detail. No, try to make it short but very clear. Third paragraph is conclusion or ending. So sum up the letter with a polite wish, idea, suggestion, or an appeal or request for action to improve the situation. In third paragraph, what we do? What we are expecting from the receiver of the letter, we have to just write it down. Okay, means you can give your ideas, your suggestions, or you can make a request to the editor of a newspaper to publish that particular your views in the newspaper, so the common people can be aware of the problems faced in the society. After concluding, you have to leave a line. Then subscription or closing. Now sometimes it is also acceptable that after leaving a line you will write thanking you, but only thanking you. Don't write thanking you in anticipation. That is means again servility will be there. So thanking you, if you wish to write, you can write it down. Then after writing thanking you, you can leave a line and then write subscription or closing. Yours faithfully, or yours truly also you can write. Now you are writing yours, Y-O-U-R-S. No need to give any punctuation mark. Yours truly and then your full name. Why? Because in this sender's address you have already mentioned your address. So no need to write this again. You just write down your full name. That will work. I hope the format of the editorial letter is clear to you. Now let us see one example or sample letter. Okay, see the question. You are Karan or Kiran. Now many a times in question you are given a character. Suppose you are Karan and Kiran. So after completion, if you will write your name, then it will be wrong, marks will be deducted. So you are Karan or Kiran. Write a letter to the editor of the Hindustan Times. Now here it is already mentioned that you have to write a letter to the editor of the Hindustan Times, drawing the attention of the authorities towards the rising number of road accident. Okay, so here you have to, now when you get your question paper, what you have to do, if any suggestions or if any name character is assigned, you will underline you are Karan or Kiran, so that you can remember that what you have to write. Then here it is mentioned that you have to write the letter to the editor of the Hindustan Times. Okay, you have written. Then what you have to keep in mind, that you are writing this letter regarding the rising number of road accidents. Okay, so these 3 points need to be kept in mind while starting the letter. So you have marked. First step is that you have marked your name and to whom you are writing and for what you are writing. Okay, now when you will start the letter, try to start the letter from a fresh page. Sometimes it happens in examination, a few lines are left and you start from there. So no need, try to write the letter in a fresh page. You will write your address. Okay, as for example here it is written 81 Chitranjan Park, New Delhi. See, no punctuation mark is given and your address is written. Then you can see one line gap. After that, date is written. For example, 30th May, comma 2021. This could be the format, or you can write 30 May, comma 2021. Okay, expanded form is required. After that, again you will leave one line. See, here one line is left. Then the editor, to whom you are writing, the editor of which newspaper, it is already given in the question. If in the question it is not mentioned, then you can write the name of the newspaper according to your choice. As it is mentioned, you have to write the same, the Hindustan Times. New Delhi, because address is not given, so you could write New Delhi. Why you are writing New Delhi, children? Suppose here you have written your address as Kolkata. So if you are staying in Kolkata, why you will write to the newspaper editor of a newspaper of New Delhi? So here the both the addresses will be same. Okay, your address and the address of the, means not I'm talking about address, state. Okay, state of the both the receiver and sender will be the same. Then again here you have to leave one line. Subject, see, I have written SUBJECT subject, colon, rising number of road accidents. See, rising R will be capital because you are starting. What is the topic? Rising number of road accidents. Okay, here you need not to give. Next is dear sir. Okay, now to keep yourself in safer side, you can write dear sir oblique ma'am. Okay, now again we have left a line. What is the means feature of writing? That in the first paragraph you have to give your introduction and the purpose of your writing. So your introduction you have already given. Now through the columns of your esteemed daily, I would like to draw the kind attention of the concerned authorities towards the rising number of road accidents. The purpose why you are writing the letter is stated in the very first paragraph. Okay, next paragraph you need not to leave a line, but change the line. Accidents are on our roads have become very common. Road safety in our country is in a pitiable state. The number of road accidents, which are increasing day by day, most of the accidents happen due to reckless driving. People are least bothered about traffic rules and signal. The uncontrolled speeding vehicles hit the pedestrians very often. Some young bikers do reckless driving and tries to overtake vehicles, leading to life-taking accidents. The highly inflated ego and impatience adds fire to the fuel. So here what you are writing in the second paragraph, you have written about the means about the topic, but in a detailed form by providing some evidence or general facts. Okay, You are not shooting in the air. You are mentioning the general facts. Okay. Again, we will change the paragraph, but we will not leave a line. So in last paragraph, what you have to write in the third paragraph, in the closing paragraph, you have to sum up your letter with a polite wish, idea or suggestion. Okay. Or you can write about appeal or request for action to improve the situation. So how you can start? A few strict steps, like, because see here you are giving your suggestion. A few strict steps like strict traffic rules, imposing heavy fines and forfeiting licenses of the offenders could help in stopping frequent road accidents. Here you are giving the suggestion that how can we this road accidents be curbed, can be managed. Through this letter, I implore people to be more patient and relaxed while driving. So here again you are giving a suggestion. You are requesting to the common people. I hope the concerned authorities will see the gravity of the matter and take some serious steps. Again, you are requesting that concerned authorities must see, must look into the matter. Okay. After completion, you will leave one line. Then, thanking you. See, I have written thanking you, but I have not written thank you in anticipation. That is wrong. Thanking you, simple. You are not here to impress any other person. Then, yours sincerely or your truly, you will write your name. See, here it is provided with Karan or Kiran. If you are a boy, you have written Karan. Now, this surname you could add by yourself if it is not given in the question. One or two things that to be taken note of. I have not written sender's address dash then date dash then, that is wrong. Use the same format as shown here. Okay. And see, no punctuation mark is added somewhere. Okay. Apart from this one, this is okay. Okay. But apart from the date, no other punctuation mark you can see. Okay. We don't use any punctuation mark in the format. In the body of the letter, definitely you have to use punctuation mark. One more thing, in this sentences, I have not used and. One idea, one sentence. And sentence must start with a capital letter and end with a full stop. Always follow this rule that one idea, one sentence, or maximum of two ideas in one sentence is acceptable. I hope you have understood this letter writing format of an editorial letter. So do practice. Thank you for watching and keep learning.